Yeah. It's a Corona Cero post show here at the VIVO Rio Pro. Yeah. Hope you're enjoying it. We sure are. We had some great waves this morning. They kind of dissipated through the day. We're going to get caught up with everything on the Corona Cero post show right here from beautiful Saquarema, Itaúna Beach. I'm Kaipo Guerrero. Jesse Mendez is joining me and my sobrino, Micho Salazar.
I love you guys.
Saúde.
Right.
Saúde. Great time. It's a great time for a Corona Cero, 100% natural, 0% ABV, and just refreshing as ever.
Yeah, another fun day, guys.
Another great day.
Yeah.
I'll let you start, Mitchell.
Yeah, fun day, fun waves this morning. We got the quarterfinals done for the men. We got the semifinals done for the women. Sawyer Lindblad into another final right here. Tya Zebrowski, though, what a performance. She's catching fire right now, Kipes.
Yeah, she sure is. On the men's side, any highlights for you?
I think Yago was the highlight for me. He surfed it. So actually, Miguel, I got to give props to him because his surfing was impeccable. Just a matter of finding that second wave. Great heat. I think that was the highlight. Both goofy footers. Make it easy for me to watch.
Yeah. Well, the highlight for me, you guys, was seeing the local guy, the hometown hero, João Chianca, come up and make his way into the semifinals. First, Chianca, Jesse had to get past Morgan Siblick in the quarterfinals this morning.
Yeah, that was a very even match. Both the surfers have different approaches, but their strengths are pretty similar. Just today I felt like it was one of those days that because it was a bit slower, it was a matter of finding the waves and finding the rhythm out there. And that's what happened in this heat. Actually, Morgan went quite progressive, both on the right and the left, but it wasn't enough. Needed a little bit more height, a little bit better wave selection.
Yeah, and I think, just the way he was able to compete out there, knowing that he was going against the local boy, that brings him a lot of confidence going into the next few events. But for João Chianca, his best result in a long time, Kaipo. Semifinal finish at least guaranteed right here at home. Looking comfortable, riding a pretty much brand new model that CI is coming out at the moment. And a good heat total, a couple of mid-sixes right there for João.
13.27, João Chianca onto his best result of the year so far with this semi-final placement. Can the local boy go all the way and take the W here? Well, here's his path. He is going to have to first get past Leonardo Fioravanti, and then in the final, he's going to face either Ethan Ewing or Yago Dora. Ethan, Yago, that's a rematch from a final in 2023. But one thing I can say, Jesse, is both João as well as Yago will definitely have the crowd on their side once we resume competition.
Yeah, that's going to be obvious. It's going to be also a little bit of added pressure for those guys. It's a motivation, but also a little bit of extra pressure. They know how to deal with. They've been here before. Mostly Yago have been to finals days, and I expect nothing but great surfing from them.
Yeah, me too. I look forward to it. You talked about it on the top of the post show. Tya Zebrowski, how she's had a slow year, Mitchell, so far this year, but this is a breakthrough event for the rookie, making her way into the final. How did she do that? She had to get past Nadia Erostarbe in this semifinal.
Yeah, that Inferno by Sharp Eye looks amazing. It's a swallowtail. She's had success here before at the Challenger Series level, and I think she's just replicating right now here on the Championship Tour. She had about 12 points in the first 5 or 6 minutes. That's pretty unprecedented, especially when we look at the quality of the waves that we had on offer this morning. I feel like she just found her rhythm, Jess, but more importantly, she's really found herself in this event right here in Saquarema.
Yeah, she peaked the rhythm at the perfect timing where the waves are still a little bit consistent, and then she kind of froze Nadia. She waited, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to paddle for this wave, and the wave lacked a little bit of coping, a little bit of curve on it, so she could apply great turns. The surfing was there, just needed better waves.
Tya Zebrowski, congratulations. We are going to see her in the final. She's 2 good waves away from her first CT win. Here's the numbers. Look at those numbers for Tya Zebrowski. 14.84, Mitch.
Yeah, going excellent on 1-2 and 8.17 right there. Backs it up with a 6.67. Just impeccable performance. I thought the way she competed was even more impressive than the way that she served, Kaipo.
Well, we know the talent there, and now the heat selection and the heat configuration all coming into play. On to our women's final. We're going to have a new winner here at the VIVO Rio Pro. Will it be the rookie, Tya Zebrowski, or Sawyer Lindblad? She's going to have a second shot at taking a win here at Saquarema. Can Sawyer do it?
And her 4th time being in the final, so I think it's about for her to break through. obviously going against someone that has less experience than her, which previously, most likely, I can't recall it every final she had, but the ones that I remember, people that had more experience. So she has the edge on that. And if she deals with it well, make the right decisions, she's looking good to take the win.
Yeah. It's all about decision making, and the surfing's already there. Speaking of great surfing, it's time for you to feel the power of freshness. That's right. The Natural Kayak wave of the day. This is a great wave of the day. Mitchell Salazar. Who could it be? Drum roll, of course. Yago Dora.
The Yago, an 8-5 on this one. And as Jesse said, what a heat right here against his good buddy, Miguel Pupo. Timing on point. How about that finish right there? Nice and classy. But the combo of major maneuvers for something excellent. He has 2 of the top scores out of the event, Kuiper, one of them being this 8.5 right here.
Former winner out here in Saquarema, and you can see why for Yago Dora. Natural Kayak wave of the day. Well, what we had to do today is we put the event on hold for a little bit, and then we had to call it off just because the swell dissipated. We started with some fun waves in the morning, but now we have to call up Surfline, Jesse, and take a look at what the data they can provide us and the Surfline forecast. Here we go.
Yeah, let's digest this. It's a tricky end of the forecast, but there's a few gaps that could come in pretty handy. Tomorrow the swell turns a little bit more southeast, which is favorable here for the corner, but it is a bit smaller. And we do have the high tides in the morning, which doesn't help so much. Looks like by the end of it, we have a day on Friday, maybe Wednesday in the morning as well. There's a few gaps. We just got to figure out the best one.
Yeah, look at Friday. 4 to 6 foot cross offshore. Sign me up. But like you said, an opportunity perhaps Wednesday morning, a little bit more swell on Friday. We'll see what it brings us.
Yeah, there are going to be pockets. We just got to make sure we pay attention and the forecast stays the way it is.
And we only got 4 heats left, too.
Yeah,
that's
so quick.
Yeah, we need 3 hours pretty much to finish the event right here. So all is possible right now, Kuiper. We just need that little window right there and have it for a couple good heats.
Yeah. Well, right now, you guys, we are going to take a break from our Corona Cero post show. When we come back, we're going to bring in a special guest, a man that we're celebrating his career on the championship tour. Alejo Muniz will join us on the Corona Cero post show when we return.
Eu amo Saquarema! Hoje a gente veio aqui para Laje de Manitiba. É uma praia que fica a 15 minutos de Itaúna. O que me encanta dessa região de Saquarema, ela é uma onda com fundo de pedra. Quando as ondulações estão grandes, ela quebra uma onda grande, tubular, incrível. É um lugar que me remete muito à paz, né? A essência do surf, né? Me mantém feliz e me conecta muito comigo mesmo. Eu tenho água cristalina para poder mergulhar e altas ondinhas para poder surfar, conexão com a natureza absurda. E assim como a cultura do surf, a cultura da pesca aqui em Saquarema é muito forte. A gente pode pescar na Praia da Vila, em Itaúna, nas lajes de fora, garantir seu alimento da maneira mais sustentável possível. Eu acho que isso faz o pacote ser completo daqui.
Welcome back to the Corona Cero post show here at the VIVO Rio Pro presented by 100% natural Corona Cero. We've had a great day of competition. We just got 4 more heats left, but we are celebrating right now the career of Alejo Muniz. Thank you for joining us on the set, Alejo.
Thank you guys for having me.
And congratulations on a great career.
Thanks so much.
First of all, where did the decision came? I know you announced it at the beginning of the year. This was going to be your last time on tour. What made you have that decision?
I think it took me 8 years to get back here. Last year after the cut, which it was really hard on myself because I was right in the bubble. I was 22 on the rankings, and I had to wait in Australia for a week to see if I was in or out. That was really heavy, and I didn't want it to have that feeling again. You know, I started to feel in that, and I was traveling a lot with Adriano. He was my coach last year, and I started asking him how he felt when he started to think about retirement, and every answer he gave it to me, it was the exactly feelings I was having. So that's when all it started, middle of last year. So yes, I went back home, it wasn't an easy decision. I had to talk to my wife and everyone around me, my family, my friends, but I think it was the right decision. I'm having the best year of my life. Even that I'm not getting results, it's the best year I'm having for sure.
Well, let's look back at your career, Alejo. I'm looking back to your first year on the championship tour, 2011. You came out in an absolute bang that year. You had 2 semifinal appearances, one at a huge event in New York City. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, my first year on tour, I didn't know what to expect, you know. I wasn't supposed to qualify the year before, you know. I was just traveling with Jesse and a few other friends, and it all happened. It was just like a really far dream before that. So, yeah, it just happened so quick. So that event in New York was really special because we were coming from Tahiti straight to New York, like a new event. And I already had like some good results at the beginning of that year. And I was just happy to be in New York, you know. I was happy to be there. I was with my coach, Paulo Kidd. And yeah, everything was happening in an easy way. And I ended up losing to Owen Wright on the semifinals. So it was amazing to have that first year there.
Yeah, and you had another great semifinal matchup in San Francisco at Ocean Beach up against Joel Parkinson. Talk about that event.
Yeah, that event was really special too. My first year on tour, I traveled a lot with Julian and Michel Bourez. They are 2 of my best friends until today. And I was learning from them because I was a lot younger than them. And that was like another new event on tour. And no one was like really know how to surf the wave. And it looked like really like Brazil. So I felt like home, kind of. And we had Miguel and Gabriel already on tour too, and Gabriel ended up winning that event. And I lost that semifinal. It was a really close hit too. So yeah, I think those were one of the best results I ever had and most fun I had.
I have a question for you. Out of all these years, because obviously I stopped competing, you stayed on tour much longer than I did. What do you think that you take out of it from all this career that you had, that something that you're going to carry through your whole life? If it's a heat, if it's a wave, or if it's the moments, the friendships, what do you think is the most special that you're taking out of here?
After yesterday, to see my friends and my family all together, I think the friends I made, you know. Jesse is like family to me. My career started a long time ago. When I was 14, I had to move from my town, Bombinhas, a small town, to I live really close to Jesse, pretty much next door. And I was only a kid, 14 years old, coming from a really small town. I used to cry a lot, like missing my parents, and it wasn't easy. But from those hard moments and through like all those years, the friendships I made, I think that's the biggest trophies I have.
Yeah. Well, you know, we still have this Brazilian storm that is so strong. But right at the beginning of it, you know, in 2014, when Gabe won his first title at Pipeline, Alejo, I remember you played an important part because I think you took down Kelly Slater as well as Mick Fanning, and those guys were in the title race at the time with Gabe Medina. Talk about that and that to me was the beginning really of the Brazilian story. Talk to me about that year, how special it was for Brazil and for yourself.
Yeah, 2014 was really special. I feel like everyone got to know the Brazilian Storm that year, but I feel like the Brazilian Storm was made or built long time before that, you know, when we were 14, 15, traveling together and competing a lot here in Brazil. But 2014 was amazing. I think it changed the Brazilian surfers forever, and we're still carrying that, you know, that trophy from there and everything that Gabriel taught us. And I think God was really nice to me to put me against Kelly and Mick and in those heats that year, because in Brazil people know my name more because of that event than like bigger results that I had, you know. So yeah, I was really lucky to be on those heats for sure.
Yeah. Well, and the next thing I want to ask you about is just your journey. You know, you fell off tour in 2016. You had some injuries, and then you spent 8 years battling through the qualifying series, the Challenger Series, to get back on the tour in 2025. I just want to hear about that journey and the tenacity it took to get back to the world's top stage in surfing.
Yeah, thanks for asking. I think those 8 years were the hardest during my whole career because I had different injuries. I had to go to surgery on both of my knees. But the hardest part was to get really close to qualify. Sometimes I was top 10 on the last event and fall off. So those moments were really hard to get back and try one more year, the next year. But I feel like I've been always a warrior, since I was a little kid, since I left home when I was 14. It never was really easy for myself. And I believe I could do it, even after the injuries and everything. And I had a lot of faith in God and in myself. So I just trust that if I put like discipline and hard work and keep pushing, I was going to get there. I wasn't sure, but I had that feeling, But those 8 years were really hard on myself. But a dream is a dream. I chased that dream, and once it become real, it's the best feeling in the world for sure.
And how's the feeling that you had coming back on tour, and then at Burley Heads, coming back for a semifinal finish there, taking down all kinds of big names, showing the world tour?
Yeah, at first it was really shocking. Adriano actually told me before, he was like, man, I know you've been on tour for like 6-7 years before, but it's different now. And I didn't really believe him at first because I was like, okay, I've been there for 6 years. They pretty much the same surfers, not many changes, but it got so much professional. Everyone is super ready, and it's been really hard. So until that event, it was really hard for me to make hits. And for some reason, I love the Gold Coast. It's a place that I love. The wave looks a little bit like the wave I have at home. So everything changed right there at that event.
Unreal. Well, now, what's the future like for you? Once you dust it off and finish off at Pipeline, what's the future hold for you?
First, I don't want to be on a plane
For a few months.
I've been traveling for a long time, and my wife and my son are the ones that the big deal of me retirement, of my retirement. So I just want to spend a lot of time with them, my parents too, but especially my son and my wife. And I have no idea what I'm going to do after that.
Yeah. Well, as far as surfing, what do you feel like what do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy, the other day I was thinking about the Brazilian Storm, and I feel like every surfer gave a little bit to that Brazilian Storm. If I think about Gabriel, he's like a magician. If you think Felipe, he's like pure talent, and Mig is like the perfect style. And I was like, where I'm in, like with those guys. And the only thing I could think about it was discipline. I think I had like really discipline through my whole career, and I chased my dream not on talent but on discipline. So yeah, I hope that's my legacy.
Well, you know what? I want to congratulate you on a inspirational, great, long-lasting career. And on behalf of the league, we have something for you, Alejo. Can we bring that on in over here? And we got something really special for you. Let's see this.
No way, man. That's crazy.
You can bring it right over here, right in front of him, so the camera can see it. Bring it all the way in. There you go.
Yes.
Let's give it up for Alejo Muniz. A beautiful career. Congratulations.
Thank you.
More prosperity in life, and we look forward to seeing you in the second half of this tour. Just please enjoy the ride, my friend, and congratulations on a beautiful career. Alejo Muniz. We're going to be back with more of the Corona Cero post show after this break. We're going to go over the Dr. Peanut top 5 moments of today. Corona Cero post show, and we are back in Saquarema for the VIVO Rio Pro presented by Zero APV Corona Cero, and we are enjoying our Corona Ceros right here on set. Cheers.
Saúde.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Jesse Mendez,
Carnalito.
Mitchell Salazar, I'm Kaipo Guerrero. We got so much to celebrate. We're nearing the finish here. We've had great stories throughout this entire event. Today was no exception. It's time now. Call the doctor, Dr. Peanut. That's
Ring,
right.
ring.
Our top 5 moments of today. Let's go. Hey, Mitchell, Leo Fioravanti, he can't be stopped.
He continues to just trend upwards right now, coming off of the victory in Central America over there in El Salvador. Out of nowhere, it goes to the air right here, drops a 7 on this ride, rides out, and knocks out one of the event favorites in Samuel Pupo. But, you know, we talk about his resilience, the way he's been evolving through competition so far, nearly a decade on the championship tour. Looking great, Kaipo, into the semis.
Can't put a foot wrong. Momentum all the way with the Italian, and he continues his winning form onto the semifinals. Number 4, Ethan Ewing up against Kaoli Vaz. Ethan was in trouble, but then came this wave at the horn, Jesse.
I mean, he's very impressive. He's like super cold-hearted. I was actually watching with Alejo's wife the last little bit of it, and as he finished this wave here, he does this beautiful drawn-out carve, finish it off strong. He doesn't even claim. Like, he's just like, nothing happened right there. Oh, I'm going into the next wave. Like, that situation builds up inside of you, and he just somehow holds it in.
Number 3, Yago Dora, an 8.5, Mitch.
Yeah, looking not only excellent, looking sharp. My contender not only to pick right here at this event for the World Championship 2 Cup, but I think he's going to go back-to-back with his world titles. That made him look great underneath his feet against a tough Miguel Pupo.
Number 2, Chombinho, the local boy, into the semifinals.
I mean, this guy is on a heater right there. Like, he started off the year, almost felt like he was not going to requalify. Found a couple of 9s, and all of a sudden found the perfect rhythm where he needs to do it in front of his home crowd, his family. Had the best barrel of the event so far by a mile. Showed everyone that he knows this place better. And today, just smart. Pick the right waves, give himself opportunity, didn't overserve, and is into the semifinals.
Number 1, we're celebrating Tya Zebrowski and her first CT final.
Seems way more comfortable at this event. She had to go through Stephanie Gilmore and Carissa Moore earlier on in this event. And here against Nadia Erostarbe in the semifinals. She's making her way to her first ever championship tour final, an 8.17 on her best. Backed it up with a high 6 afterwards. You know, the way that she's competing is one thing, but she just seems like she has now found her true place on the championship tour. Kaipo looking for victory number 1.
Yeah, we'll see her in the final up against Sawyer Lindblad. When we resume to competition, great moment there. Great moments throughout this entire event. We got men's semifinals. We got women's finals and men's finals to go. Keep it tuned to worldsurfleague.com for all the updates on when competition will resume. Cheers, guys.
Saúde.
And with that,
Not a
enjoy
day.
our end of the day highlights. See you then.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.